Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brandy and you're watching the Glam Belle, and today I am doing a full face of drugstore makeup or affordable makeup. Sometimes you can't find all of these products at one particular drugstore, but these are all super affordable makeup items. Stick around to see me go from this to this. And go ahead and do me a favor, click on that subscribe button so that you don't miss any future uploads on my channel. And without further ado, we are jumping right into these drugstore products. There are so many incredible products at the drugstore right now, but the products that I'm going to use today are the ones that I reach for the absolute most from the drugstore. If I'm doing a full face of drugstore makeup, these are the products that I would grab. And those are the ones that I grabbed today. This is the Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1 product. This is like a primer, concealer, highlighter, BB cream. This is basically a product that I like to use before I go in with my foundation. I almost use it as a primer. This is not anything that's going to fill in your pores or anything like that, but it just gives the skin a beautiful, luminous glow before you go in with your foundation. And this is also a product that I love to use on its own when I'm not putting on foundation. It's just stunning. I mean, look at the glow, the instant glow. This just remains one of my all-time favorite foundations. It doesn't get talked about very often, but if you have more mature skin, if you have drier skin texture like I do, this foundation is just stunning. So this is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Stick Foundation. I literally have probably 6 different shades of this because I like to have it for like every single season. You could just go right in with your brush like this and then apply it to the skin. That's going to apply a much lighter layer of the foundation, but I like to just kind of go in and just use it all over, and I always take it down my neck a little bit. And then this is the brush that I like. This is the Morphe M439. And I like this because it's a dense brush. This is an amazing brush for cream products like this. And with this stick foundation, you can just kind of go in, and if there's an area that you need a little extra coverage, you can just put it where you need it, and it's just super easy. Next up is concealer, and this concealer right here has kind of won my heart from the drugstore. If you are looking for a dupe, an affordable dupe to the Tarte Shape Tape, this concealer is a pretty good dupe for that. L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I have it in 2 shades, one that's a little bit lighter to go under my eyes and brighten up the skin, and then one that is more my skin tone. This is a full coverage concealer, okay? I'm gonna use my e.l.f. sponge to blend that out. Again, drugstore. Oh my gosh, my stomach is growling so loud. Clearly, I need to go eat. I'm gonna conceal a few of the little breakout areas. I'm gonna let that concealer sit for just a few minutes so that it will give me the most coverage. Before I blend that out, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with some contour. This is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. I say contour, this is kind of like a bronzer and contour, you know. I'm just kind of going in with a brush, and I'm telling you, this is so good. And I do like to use a little bit of a dense brush for this too, just to kind of blend it out. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and blend these out before they dry down too much. And then I always like to go back over everything with my beauty blender. Okay, so to set my concealer, I'm going in with my current favorite drugstore powder. This is the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I think I have it in translucent. No, this is Fair Light. I'm gonna use a little bit of that just underneath of my eyes. I'm just tapping off any excess. And I go in with the lightest amount of powder. Put a little bit on my sponge and then tap it off. Just press that into the under eye. And I don't set my full face. I just set basically where I put that concealer. Now to really bronze up the skin, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Forever Sunkissed Bronzer. Literally my most used drugstore bronzer right now. e.l.f. they just kill it with the drugstore products. To do a little bit of nose contouring, I'm gonna go in with this Essence Contouring Duo palette. This is the one for lighter skin. It does have a little bit more of that like grayish, ashier undertone, cooler undertone. Looks better to contour the nose with than, you know, really warm bronzer. Now it's time for blush, and these remain one of my top drugstore blush formulas. It's so good. This is the Burts Bees blush. This is the one in fresh apricot, if I could speak. These are just so pigmented. They blend beautifully. They're just, I mean, you barely, like one little boop is plenty. I believe I have every single color in these. Finishing up with the face, we're gonna go in with highlight. And again, this remains one of my all-time favorite highlights from the drugstore. This is the CoverGirl Pearl Crush Super Stunner Highlight. It is just that. It is a super stunning highlight. Like, it just does the job. It almost looks wet on the skin. It doesn't look chunky or glittery, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm gonna put a little bit on the nose. And at this point in my makeup routine, I do like to set a hydrating mist just to kind of let all of those powdery products kind of sink into the skin. And I love this from ColourPop. This is their Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. It has hyaluronic acid in it, so it helps to plump the skin. This is such a light mist that you just want to keep spraying, and it smells so good. Next up is brows, and brows is something that I wish I never had to fool with again in my life. I never love my brows, and I think that's the biggest problem, but there are a few products that I really love. I love the NYX Brow Tint Pen. I also love the NYX Brow Glue. So good. A lot of times I'll use these two, but recently I discovered this and I really love it for a super quick fluffy brow look. This is the NYX Thick It, Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara. I feel like there is a little bit of a trick to using this, and I kind of go from the back to the front first, really kind of get that in there, and then I start to feather it up. What I like about this is it's got like little fibers on it that actually does make the brow appear thicker. It does a great job of holding the brows in place too. I feel like a lot of products can't do both. And you can always go in once this dries with, you know, a brow pen to kind of fill in any gaps that you might have. On this side, I do feel like I need a little bit of help because it's really sparse. It truly amazes me what a difference brows make. Next is eyeshadow, and my favorite, these really take the cake for me. These are the e.l.f. Bite Size Shadows. It comes in these tiny little palettes. So good. And I think I might use this one today. This is the Berry Bad. It's got some beautiful berry tones in it. One of my other favorites is this one. This is I Love You a Latte. A really great everyday kind of neutral palette. First, I'm gonna go in with this lightish matte shade. Put that above the crease. The best part is I believe these palettes are like something like $2.99 maybe. Now going into this darker shade, I'm gonna use that just to pop on the outer corner, just to add a little extra depth. Really just pressing that into that outer corner and then kind of blending it in. And then next up, I'm gonna go into this lighter shade, and I'm just gonna use my ring finger just to put that on my finger and pop that on the lid. I mean, look at that. These shimmer shades in these palettes, I mean, the matte shades blend so beautifully. The shimmer shades are like, boom, in your face. I'm gonna pull out this palette, I Love You a Latte, and I'm gonna go in with that lightest shade just to sweep across the brow bone. And I'm also gonna take the darkest shade back in this first palette And I'm gonna sweep that right along the lower lash line. I'm also gonna go back into that highlight shade, take a little bit of this on my pinky finger and just pop that into my inner corner. Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm actually gonna put that kind of right on that inner part of the lid. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of a nude liner on my waterline just to kind of keep my eyes nice and wide awake and open. This is the NYX Wonder Pencil. I have been using this for years. It really does a good job of staying put. With this, I kind of like to go even a little bit closer to that inner corner. It just helps to really open up that eye. If you love a liquid liner, if you love a winged liner, if you love a felt tip eyeliner pen, I have the best one, the best one. This is not one that you can like run to the drugstore and get. You do have to get it online, but it's $1. This is by AOA Studio. It is the Artista eyeliner pen. It has literally been all that I have been using, and that is from high end to low end. And I only go halfway across my lid. This helps to elongate and lift and keeps the eyes nice and open. If I go all the way across, it is gonna make my eyes look a little bit smaller, so I tend to stick to halfway. With this eyeliner pen, I can get a super dramatic wing super quick, and it just glides so perfectly. I'm obsessed. All right, gonna curl my lashes. And my current favorite mascara from the drugstore is the new Sky High mascara by Maybelline. This is their Cosmic Black formula. The brush on this just grips my lashes so quickly, so easily, gives me all the length. I just love it. And this formula also builds really, really well. Makes me feel like I have those baby doll eyelashes, just like, it's so black. It's so black. Now it is time for the lips, and my go-to lip liner right now, this is the Milani Easy Liner for Lips. This is in the shade Most Natural. Just one of those lip liners that it'll basically go with every lipstick. Oh, I got dry skin all over my lips. This is also a really good lip liner to be able to diffuse. You can fill your lips in with it and then just blend it, and it blends so nicely. And probably my favorite lipstick formula right now at the drugstore is the Milani, what is this? I think it's like their nude collection. It's the one that has like the little like diamond looking packaging. This one is in the shade Secret. I use this one all of the time. These are basically like a matte formula, but they're a very comfortable matte formula on the lips. So it just feels good. It feels flexible. It doesn't make your lips get all cracky and weird. But I am gonna top it with gloss, and these glosses are my all-time favorite. These are the Lifter glosses from Maybelline, and this one is in the shade Pearl. Just gonna put this one in the center of the lips. These just kind of do something magical. They make the lips look so juicy and plump. I personally love kind of a dewy glow, and this setting mist really gives that to me. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Shake and Glow Dew Mist. It's so good. So I shake it up really good. It's got a very light kind of spray to it. And it gives the most beautiful glow to the skin. It just makes the skin look healthy. And there you have this full drugstore makeup look. What do you guys think? As much as I love my high-end products, don't get me wrong, I do love it, and I do feel like many of them are worth the money. I love being able to get a full face of beautiful makeup at an affordable cost. Let me do a little close-up so that you guys can see what it's looking like. I feel fresh. All right, you guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other makeup video suggestions, leave them in the comments. I would love to really dive into some makeup tips, tricks, hacks, you name it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.